Hey chat, how's it going? Good to see you all. Welcome to today's very impromptu, very low-key little stream. I realized I was going to be spending a little bit of time working on GBG today, and I thought, hey, why not invite everyone along who wants to hang out for a little bit? I wasn't going to do a stream today, but, you know, I couldn't resist. So, if the title didn't give the full description, I'm going to be I'm going to be tracing some sprites on GBG as part of the Mouse's Cheese Maze community toolbox, and we're going to be watching in the background some old Nintendo advertisements, commercials, whatever you want to call them, just as something to keep us occupied. I thought that might be a nice little idea. So, let's do some hellos before we get started properly. I see Hiwa, I see Chalupa Joe, I see Ali's Game World. Welcome to the stream, Ali. I see Not Freddy Killer 100, I see W, I see Last Prize. Good to see you all. I did spot Chalupa mention that they're only going to be here for a little bit. Thanks for stopping by. Hope your day at college goes well. Hey the noob, but with a phone. Alright, so let me do some switching here. You can see what we're working with. So Arch very kindly sent over the top-down ratty sprite. Is showing up okay? Probably. This is going to be a little bit messy. I'm working on one window here. For inclusion in the community toolbox. This was created in Sprite, and it's in a 64 by 64 pixel template here. So I'm going to be going through, slowly tracing this in, so it can be included in the community toolbox as a resource for other people. And I'm also going to be adding back the Meowsy Paw sprite, which I accidentally deleted. It was always meant to be part of the community toolbox. And maybe, just maybe, if there's time, also kind of simplifying, tweaking some of the bits in the toolbox that people had difficulty with during the jam. But let's see. Let's not kind of overstretch ourselves here. So let me switch back to the Switch. In fact, I'll switch over to the picture-in-picture version of the Switch, where we will have the YouTube video. So I would like to say a thanks to Nintendo Complete, the channel Nintendo Complete on YouTube. You won't be able to see it here. I've got it cropped down for the video because it's a 4:3 video. Who put together this N64 TV commercials, 1996 to 2001. We're going to have that low in the background, just so you've got something else going on while I'm doing this, because it will be a slow-going thing, but it will be nice. We'll all feel a sense of satisfaction once it's done. So, let me hop into the community toolkit, and head in here. Let's start up. Let's see what's first in the list. I guess I should say, yeah, Chalupa just mentioned at the same time, I haven't gone through this compilation. There's going to be 30 minutes worth of commercials here. I haven't gone through this. Times have changed in more ways than one. Not everything necessarily that was appropriate, and sometimes barely even appropriate back then is still appropriate now. If something comes up and it's worth discussion, which I think is usually a good thing to do around things like that, we can talk about it. But hey, we'll find out, okay? So let's press play. Thanks again to Nintendo Complete. Can probably come up a little bit. There's also copyrighted music, definitely, but I haven't monetized this, so we should be okay. I'm gonna get started on so my thumbnail for today's stream was the mascot costume of Pikachu there before the yellow fabric went on the outside of it. What is this cursed clown world? Oh, I see Wario. We get settled in here. How was everyone's day? Kind of been a busy day for me. Oh, this is locked. Hang on. But I made some fantastic pork tonight. I had pork and rice, cabbage. It normally takes a lot for me to be impressed with the food that I've made. I love eating, huge food fan, but I always feel like I'm very critical of my own meals. I was really pleased with it. Looking for a texture object. Oh, God, milk. Okay, now I need to see the ratty Sprite. I want to position this in a way that I can still see chat. I hope you feel better soon, Chalupa. Oh, Mindbind. Yeah, cool. Good luck on your Roblox creation. I saw your map. Very, very cool map.
Yo, listen up. We will not live in a two-dimensional world. We won't go in one direction or zig where we can zag. We will walk through walls. We will take a look around.
I'm going to tackle my first square here.
We believe in the path of least limits.
We won't be told how to view the world.
We will experience true freedom. We will not compromise. We will live the game through our hands. We will be in control of something. We will change the system.
No! Bad dog! Bad dog! No! Oh. Don't look at me like that. You are gonna get it.
Paperboy is back, delivering justice. With 25
Oh, hang on. I got my grid set up wrong.
Paperboy, only on Nintendo 64.
Paperboy.
Good game. Way to go. See that?
So I'm not going to be familiar with a lot of these.
Check out the new ride. It's whoa.
Because they're US ads. And the quality may vary on these as well, of course. So I'm just adjusting my Sprite grid size at the moment so it matches the one in GBG.
Welcome to Mario Party, where you and 3 friends battle it out all night long. With 6 adventure boards and 50 mini games, this party's just getting going. Mario Party, only on Nintendo 64.
We want 1, 2, 3,
Mario! Yeah, tell it to the judge.
8, isn't it?
Muffin is a half tabby, half calico who loves giving kitten kisses. Buddy is part lab, part
There we
husky
go.
who chases balls.
Perfect. Okay, I'm now ready to go. Look at that Kirby!
Spike and lightning, and he loves to combine these in new ways to destroy his enemies. So, we have
Look at that Kirby! Oh, Kirby! How could you?
2 wonderful pets to choose from.
Kirby 64. Rated E for everyone.
How's the volume of the ads for you? I was a little bit nervous about turning it up too much because I know there's going to be some variance in the volume, but if it's too low, just let me know.
No, you don't. All you need is Pokemon Snap, the first Pokemon game for N64. Find them, frame them, and shoot. You can even bring your Snap cartridge to a participating Blockbuster video and print out stickers of your favorites. Doesn't look like they're coming out today. Hard luck. Pokemon Snap. Gotta catch them.
2, 3, 4, 5. Volume's a little low. Hey Voxy, no, I was just explaining a
Nintendo Score 64 and win
very
the Taco
impromptu,
Bell.
very low-key one.
Just peel the coin off the lid.
I've got to do some tracing here in GBG, so I thought I may as well stream it if anyone wants to hang out.
And who knows who'll win the Porsche Boxster. It's Score
Is that volume a little bit better?
only at Taco Bell.
Oh, look. Okay, I didn't realize this. Let me just switch over real quick. Check this out. So, this isn't actually symmetrical. It's slightly off symmetrical. Got 2 here and 3 here. Interesting. Yeah, it's a Dom Ross stream. I did say it up top, but I'll say it again because it does seem like a few more people are sort of trickling in. This is a selection of Nintendo 64 commercials from 1996 to 2001. Hang on a sec. And I haven't watched through this whole thing, so I don't know what's in here. We may experience some stuff that is not necessarily, you know, acceptable these days. We can discuss those if we need to when they come up.
Killer outfit. Too bad the nightlife sucks. Dracula returns to Castlevania on Nintendo 64 from Konami.
When I decided to train for this, I heard it all. Jehu, you fool, this is the desert. Jehu, it's 110 degrees. Crazy things. I practice around 5-6 hours
I have to really
a
turn
day
my volume down.
with the rumble pack. On the slopes, in the half pipe, Jehu is
Oh, the
there.
commercial feed
It's
should be back
very
up now.
spiritual.
I switched to the
Just
wrong
you and the
scene
mountain,
initially.
And the snowboard. And the game.
1080 snowboarding only on
So yeah, the other thing I
Nintendo
should say is that
64, close to the real thing.
Arch very kindly gave me permission to add this top-down ratty sprite to the toolbox.
Only this time.
That's why I'm tracing this currently. Guess tracing is the best word for it.
Introducing Body Harvest, the long-awaited action-adventure role-playing game from Midway, exclusively for
Body Harvest is the most like 90s video game. It makes me think of, what was that Simpsons one? What was it that Bart really wanted in The Simpsons and Marge wouldn't let him have?
Itsy bitsy spider went up the water spout. Along came
Was it-
Bumble.
Was it Bone? It was Bone something.
Say hello to Buck Bumble. He's Mother Nature's
Buck Bumble!
cyborg soldier in a rumble to the death.
Oh man, if you haven't heard it already, you should listen to the So Bad It's Good Buck Bumble title screen music.
The one and only Killer Bee, Ubisoft.
Gary, it's time.
Shh, I'm trying to
Bone Storm, thank you Voxy, that's it. Exactly.
Gary! Yes! Yes!
WCW NWO Revenge, only on Nintendo 64.
I feel like there used to be so many wrestling games. As a kid that was never into wrestling, but with lots of friends that were, there was just non-stop wrestling games around the PlayStation 1 and N64 era.
Get addicted.
Call 1-800-WCW-8661 to order now. Also available wherever video games are sold.
Revenge is just too sweet.
Oh, and he goes for the 1080. I think I'm gonna hurl.
Getting a lot of ads with Chewed.
Twisted Edge Extreme Snowboarding from Midway, only on Nintendo 64.
Alright, let's see what we got. That's a ratty nose if ever I saw one. Yeah, the wrestling games are still everywhere in pawn shops and like secondhand shops and stuff. Lee Carvello's putting challenge. Yes. Okay, just because it's reminding me because Bomberman came up. I feel like Bomberman was absolutely robbed of a place in Smash Bros. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not the biggest Bomberman fan, but I think Bomberman is an important bit of gaming history. And it does feel crazy that Bomberman didn't get a spot.
Vigilante 8 for Nintendo 64. Blow up.
Wow. So I guess the ad aired with it censored. Like it was never meant to be uncensored, but that's crazy.
Sorry. F1 World Grand Prix on Nintendo 64. You'll get carried away.
The future is forsaken. The future is forsaken. The future is forsaken. The future is forsaken.
Radiation level 85.
What's the Mario Party one, Voxy? I don't think I know it. There'll be lots here that I'm not familiar with unless they are kind of like, they've become memes in their own right. Oh, okay, yeah, the Mario getting arrested one already came up.
Let me tell you something about heroes. They ain't like you and me. Look at Griffey. The way he taps the spikes and grows the tea, punches the
Who's this? Is this Ken Griffey?
eats the dirt and twirls the lumber. Warms it up and works
Yeah.
the way he holds the pose, slams the wall, anticipates, and always thanks his mother. Let me tell you about guys like him. They ain't just playing stick.
This is Major League Baseball featuring Ken Griffey Jr. with Reality Bat for infinite swings. It's only on N64, only on Nintendo Sports.
I feel like this is an ad voice that we don't really hear anymore.
One with Kobe Bryant. Kobe? Unbelievable game last night against the Knicks.
We ain't playing this last
Let's take a look at the highlights. Whoa! What a move!
That was a nice move, man.
What are those?
You got up there and you just had the ball and just 360 and woo! You were on fire!
Kobe Bryant in NBA courtside. All the moves, all the action, all the NBA you can jam in a game.
Hey Mercury, welcome.
Let's have a moment of silence for the defense on that one.
Oh yeah, we are gonna get some ads. I'll mute them when they come up. Not much I can do. That one's skippable. What was it for? I forget which system it was, but it was for a Mario game. Where there's that one where it zooms in on the world and everyone's face is Mario.
Pokemon Stadium, the place to prove you're the ultimate Pokemon trainer. You can upload
Hey
your
Nintendo Vlogs.
Pokemon onto your N64.
Yeah, we're gonna have commercial breaks in our commercial breaks.
Then a conquering hero is raised to victory. Sky high.
Rated E for everyone.
You think I'm pretty?
I only want to watch adverts that I choose to watch. Adverts for products that are no longer on sale.
92? Oh, come on, you're embarrassing me. Hold on, I got another call. Hello?
Some things are just better to do with other people, like Gauntlet Legends, where the more people
What
you
was
get
that?
to play, the more chance you stand to survive.
I've been voted prettiest girl in America? I have not.
I've never played the N64 port of Resident Evil 2.
Lock the door. Turn out the lights.
It's kind of ugly, right?
Pretend it's just a nightmare.
Like, I don't think anyone agrees that it's the one to play.
Survival game ever created. Resident Evil 2.
Resident Evil 2. The Shaddix family says, remember when Pikachu was fat? Yes. The most adorable Pikachu. Hey Gertie. Disco says, how insane is it that Resident Evil had a port? This was a 2-disc game compressed into a single cartridge. That's amazing. Yeah, I suppose I hadn't considered that.
Let's play.
Was the next time there was a Resi game on a Nintendo console, was it the GameCube port of 4?
Pikachu, come here.
Guess so, right?
Man's best friend.
Great job.
Meanwhile, I'm getting fat. I walk myself. Where's the love?
Hey, you Pikachu, rated E for everyone.
Talking dogs.
For pets.
Kind of a staple of
Looking for love here.
late 90s, early 2000s TV ads. Always extremely cursed.
So big, it's taking the country by storm.
In reaction, the governor has called in additional troops.
The hairiest donkey.
Wait, were they all slipping on banana skins? Sorry, I looked away for a second.
It includes a limited edition jungle green console and matching controller, plus Donkey Kong 64 game for $129.99.
Donkey Kong 64.
Incredible.
He was crazy.
How long has he been in there?
20 minutes.
through.
All right.
You know what? I can probably actually invert this for now. Let's do
Plenty of time.
this way. Now that's the way to do it, I think. That makes more sense, doesn't it? You can still see what I'm doing.
I'm a friend of Mario's. I know the princess. We went to grade school together.
I can't let you in, kid. You're wearing a tie.
It's time for Mario Party 2. Rated E for everyone. With 5 new adventure boards and 64 mini
Surprisingly straightforward advert so far.
Pizza! Him.
Engine? Check. Fuel? Check. Tires? Check.
Secondhand games, yeah, I feel like secondhand games very rarely had their instruction booklets still. I used to always buy my games from Blockbusters. As a kid, I would always buy secondhand games. So many cheap GB Color and GBA games at my local Blockbusters. It was always the smart way to do it. But yeah, you would be either missing a box, especially with GB games, because of their cardboard boxes. I love the glove. Every single game ad wanted to be the edgiest thing ever. They were all in like a race to be the most edgy.
I stand
Case in point.
by your glory.
You can always tell who's been to the party. Mario Party 3.
There's a lot of Mario Party ads. I suppose it was like
70 new minigames. You and your friends might want to
3 or 4.
Mario Party 3 rated E for everyone.
On 64.
Action. Racing. Fighting.
We're over halfway through the outline.
Sports. No matter where you want to go, the possibilities are endless.
This thing goes on forever.
With Nintendo 64.
Yeah, I think people really liked the remastered Mario Party games, right? Or a compilation, I suppose.
Call the insurance company because we're about to do some property damage today. Here comes the snap. Matthews back rolling right. Can't find us.
I think the only Mario Party I ever bought when it was new was the GameCube one that had the mic.
Your mama's mama will feel it.
And I'll be honest, I liked the idea so much, and it was kind of a fun novelty, but I don't remember it being especially good. It was one of those that you could kind of have fun with despite the fact that it wasn't a great game. Nice. Must have been the first Paper Mario, right?
He has new enemies with funky attacks. What will he save the princess?
We should definitely watch some UK ads after this one, after this compilation, because UK ads had a completely different flavor. I think this is probably true of like all European game ads of the 90s and the 2000s. Like I definitely recognize the flavor of American game ads, and there's still a lot of edge, but they're a little bit more, dare I say, surreal in places. A little bit less sort of
Is it here yet?
No.
within the conventions of normal
Is it here yet?
TV advertising, I would say.
Is it here yet?
Sometimes
Is it
barely
here
even
yet? Is it here
bearing
yet?
a resemblance to the thing they were advertising.
Is it here yet?
Nintendo Vlog says, Dom, do you remember the 118 ads?
Till then, $10
Yes, I do.
and get you a collector's edition poster with tons of Pokemon. So you'll be ready to
It's the two guys with the mustaches, right? The marathon runners.
Is it here yet?
No. Rated E for everyone.
Hello, can I use your phone? Beat it! Hit the road! Hey, it's me, Kendrick.
Oh, Chalupa says, Dom, 60% of the Mario parties use mic, and they were on the GameCube. Alright, well, That's all I can tell you.
This time it's so real, you might even think you're the man himself. On Nintendo 64 and Game Boy Color.
I am Ken Griffey. I really am. No, I'm Ken Griffey.
Wait, Voxy, was it like a Europe-wide thing? You also had the 118 guys. No way. See you, Chalupa. Thanks for stopping by.
Introducing San Francisco Rush Extreme Racing. The only rules you
Oh man, look. This looks so much like the you wouldn't download a car ad or like anti-piracy ad. Honestly, we might need to take a quick break to watch that one because it's so good. And by good, I mean awful. You wouldn't steal a car, that's it. Not you wouldn't download a car. I'm trying to remember where I would see this so much. Maybe on the start of a DVD? Mercury says, hey, that Video Dojo guy is streaming again. Saw him and you recommended. No idea who that is. Such a dumb ad. Even as a kid, this was just the most hilarious thing ever. I still love that track though. I remember looking into it once because I was like, why does this track go so hard for something so dweeby? And they didn't make it. They just reused an existing track. I would download a car also. I mean, I feel like that joke's kind of done to death, but I would download a car. Oh no. Right, maybe we'll skip over this. Okay, it might be done. And I had a friend who had this game on the 64.
Comedy Central South Park, the video game. From Acclaim.
Star Fox 64 test subject results. Stage 1, space combat mode. Condition stable. Stage 2, multiple interactive 3D environments. Condition tense. Stage 3, intra-squadron dogfighting. Condition frantic.
Alright, that's another square done. Oh, nice. I should do the tail before I complete the loop. Oh, the tail hasn't got an outline, that's why I didn't do it. Okay, I see.
Introducing Star Fox 64 with Rumble Pack.
That was a Star Fox ad. I wasn't looking at it, it was just based on the sound. I would never have guessed that was Star Fox. Yeah, the South Park game ad was very cursed. But I mean, what do you expect?
What's got these guys so excited? Players' Choice games for
Also extremely cursed.
Look for the Player's Choice logo.
quite fun guessing what the game is going to be, because the ads seem to be bearing less and less resemblance to anything from the games.
Nintendo 64's 6 new colors are so amazing. Choosing a favorite might be somewhat of a struggle.
Translucent ones do look good. I would like translucent electronics to come back. Very much.
I've never seen anything like it. There's fruit everywhere. Look what they did to my taxi.
Donkey Kong is back in an adventure so big, it's taking the country by storm.
In reaction, the governor has called in additional troops.
We saw this one already. Is this like an extended version? That was a very cursed Donkey Kong. Why does he look like a clown? Who did this? Who drew this? The Pro Controller is kind of translucent. Yeah, but not in the fun way. Who drew this Scary Kong? There's been some questionable things, more than questionable things in this compilation already. Bearing in mind, even the oldest advert here is only, what, 25 years old? Is that correct? Yeah, this is messed up. NFT Kong. The original Bored Ape. And we're gonna move on to some coloration now. We're gonna do the tail.
This turbocharged game has better graphics, more moves, bigger bosses, huge worlds. It's so big we included an expansion pack to get it all in.
They didn't even tip me.
And now, this. Donkey Kong 64. And you thought insanity was crazy.
Heaven help us all.
Slade and Jimmy Olsen have been kidnapped. Who will save the day? You are Superman.
Trying to work out which color has been used here. I'm guessing it'll be this one. Yeah, I think so.
Super strength, freezing breath, and X-ray vision.
Oh, it's the notorious Superman game. Superman 64.
Cool, Rainbow Six.
Let me play.
Just a second.
Experience the ultimate in video game action with Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six. Real-life Special Forces action, amazing 3D graphics.
Disco says, the walls in Donkey Kong 64 were so thin and easily clipped through. I loved exploring out of bounds. Actually, not strictly relating to 64 games, but does everybody have a game that they most enjoyed out of boundsing? For me, it was Halo 3. Played a lot of Halo 3 back in the day. Mostly campaign. Oh, I've messed up something here. Yeah, and Out of Bounds exploring in that was amazing. If you're using my version of the palette, which I am, you can compare the darkness on the ramp. Oh, good shout, Voxy. Okay, let me check. Yeah, nice. Great shout, Voxy. Yeah, I had the right one.
The head movement. And the body. The body. Right there. So it's a process.
I messed something up in my count of this corner. Oh, it's just that this goes a little bit further. Okay, that's an easy fix.
But you gotta work on your follow through.
Ready for a tongue lashing? Yoshi's loose with juicier levels, tastier moves, and dripping with ads.
Why did they always try and make the... Why did they always try and make ads so gross? Look at this. Why? For cute little Yoshi. I don't think I've even... What is this? Oh, it's Duke Nukem, okay.
What's wrong? Are the nightmares back?
Because American kids in the 90s love gross, icky man stuff, not stupid baby games. Hence why Kirby's always looked mean in the American box art. Yeah, the little frown they always gave Kirby was so funny. They didn't do it here. I think it was exclusively an American thing. But I remember the first time I heard about that, it made me laugh so much. Hey, here we go. Oh, this ad's not great, right? I think there's something really... Does it say it's like, don't play like a girl or something? Yeah, I'm just watching this now because I want to see. Maybe it was the print ad version of this. Okay, no. Unless I missed it. Alright, let's look at some UK. Let's look at some UK ads for a minute. Nintendo Europe. Nintendo GameCube advertisements, there's only 3 minutes of them. Um, 90s. Yeah, Voxy, that's how we had it too, I think. I don't like those Rick Mail ones, really. Let's look at some Game Boy ones. Okay, in fact, let's try this. This seems interesting. Again, haven't seen any of the content on here, so a little bit of a general content warning and disclaimer. These were all deemed acceptable for television at some point, but I can't guarantee it will not be rife with sexism, racism. All that wonderful stuff. Obviously big air quotes around the word wonderful there. This guy says, I thought Ling was a girl, what? Mercury says you just clicked that because of the mouse in the preview, didn't you? If I did, it was completely subconscious because I didn't even realize. Yeah, I think that Europe's views around nudity and the body on television is way different to the US. What is this? Is it like... It's an NES version of Pictionary? Oh, Anticipation. You gotta have fun. Elite Octo says, what are you using Ratty for? So, Arch offered to send over the original file of Ratty, the top-down Ratty sprite that they used in their Dojam submission, and offered, gave permission for that to be included in the toolbox, the community toolbox.
And you can play them only on the Nintendo Entertainment System.
Nice! Foxy says the Pictionary on NES has a banger soundtrack by Tim Follin. I'm gonna have to check that out. I did not know that.
The Legend of Zelda continues. Defeat your enemies, save the kingdom. Some will help you, others will betray you.
Restore life. I can get magic. I can.
I cannot help you. Use your sword.
Look at this Link! That's... Link with a mullet. Potato Man 44 says the NES wasn't that popular in the UK because it was sold in shops like Boots, and there were two different versions of the NES, the one that was made by Nintendo and the one by not by Nintendo. Yeah, it was who did it? It was like Philips or somebody really weird. Not Philips, no. Yeah, I did know this at one point. I'm trying to remember who it was now. Punches the air. Zelda! UK was way more into computers and into Sega, yeah. Like home computer stuff definitely, but in terms of home consoles, Sega was by far and away the big one.
But for that, you've got to beat Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson's Punch-Out from Nintendo. Now you're playing with power.
What will the future bring from Nintendo?
I've seen a lot of these.
More hits like The Legend of Zelda.
Wait, is this looping?
Sports hits like ice hockey. Nintendo has the most video game hits like Hogan's Alley and Donkey Kong Classics, and more like Excite Bike and RC Pro-Am. And you can play them
We'll see if it does this
only on
again.
the Nintendo Entertainment System. Now you're playing with power. Super Mario is back. He's blasting through worlds where no one has
See, he said Mario. Did you hear him? That was a confirmed Mario.
playing with power. Super Mario is back.
Super Mario. There we go.
He's taking on enemies no one else dares. This time Mario plucks up power wherever he goes.
This is a loop. Have we heard this bit already? I think it's just like a bumper. Oh no, it is. It's 100% a loop. Okay, good shout. Well spotted in 10 vlogs. Let's watch the... Yeah, let's check out some Sega ones. The title is now clickbait. But oh well, I'm sure we'll be fine. I play Pokemon and Mario.
Hey guy, you're the first serious gamer I've seen all morning.
Quality's not great here, but we'll be alright.
16-bit Super Nintendo with Super Mario World. Wow! What's this one? Oh, this is a Sonic the Hedgehog from Sega Genesis.
I feel like Sega was way more, like, gross out and edgy. They were really trying to compete against what was seen as a little bit more of a family-friendly thing from Nintendo. It is a Sega ad mimer. Oh, the audio levels are all over the place on this one, so you'll have to bear with me. I can't adjust them per ad. Sega does what Nintendo don't. Okay, looking good. Let's do the lighter pink as well on the ears. Sega also bragged a lot, yeah. Hang on, was it this one? Oh, good. Alright, now let's fill with... Segata Sanshiro ads are a national treasure, Disco. We should watch those, because they're just good. I don't think there's... I don't think there's anything questionable in them either. They're just great. Yes, we did have the Nintendo... Actually, I don't know whether we had Sega does what Nintendo... I think it was all the blast processing stuff. Hey, Lucian, welcome. Don't worry, this was like a very impromptu one, so it may have been that we went live too soon for the notification to come up. We haven't watched any Picross trailers yet. We should have a look. Yeah, the Moonwalker game, the Sega Moonwalker game was actually very fun. Alright, let's find the correct gray here. Oh, I didn't do the light pink here.
He needs to earn the respect of his peers. So he gets the special Sega Genesis fighting system. It comes with Streets of Rage 2. He saves $40. He gets more moves. He gets more control. Now things are pretty much okay.
I said chocolate chip. Say it. Say it.
Wait, is this gonna be a Sega ad with a Game Boy in it? Okay, yeah, we'll listen in a little intermission, Voxy, of the Pictionary NES theme. Wow, they straight up had a Game Boy in there. That's how cocky they were.
It swept the country like a plague.
Shedix asks, will you ever make a Meowsy game where you tap the A button to scratch Mousy? Can't say definitively that I will or won't. That is a nice idea. Although I don't want Mousy to get scratched. Yeah, you can play in color, but for 10 minutes and it requires 6 AA batteries.
Color portable video game system that separates the men from the boys. Game Gear from Sega.
Game Gear.
For those who purchased something other than a Sega Genesis.
Was it 8 AA's? I think it was 6, right?
That's it. Our sincere condolences.
What a waste.
When you start with a Genesis, you can always add a Sega CD.
Let's do our shading.
And new Genesis 32X. Everything else is cold and stiff.
Burial or cremation?
Burn it.
Welcome to the next level.
Elite says, color. He says it like he never saw color in his life. Honestly though, color on a handheld was a kind of a big deal, because if you think about the fact that the Game Boy was really targeting low cost and long battery life, so they could have gone for a color screen way before they got color with the Game Boy Color. So there was a period of time where it was kind of like, what? This has color? Ooh, I've been coloring too many. Actually need another shade. They're good, they're good, they're good. Oh man, what is going on? A couple of Japanese ads in here. Alright, you know what we're going to do? We're going to take a quick music break so we can listen to the Pictionary NES theme. Can take down the picture-in-picture for a minute. And then after this we will watch that really great musical Zelda no Densetsu ad. The dance party one. You may have already seen it. Okay, this does go extremely hard. See, Mercury? Oh, I missed a couple of blocks here. Foxy says my favorite comment on this video is the one that just says, Tim, it's just Pictionary. Oh, I think I've seen that Virtual Boy ad, Potato Man. Incredible. That was fantastic. A full version of this. Alright. Get ready for this. If you haven't seen this one, you're in for a treat. Look at the shopkeep behind Link. I wonder whether there was ever like a full version of this released. Also, that animatronic Ganon is crazy cool looking. There must be a full version of that track somewhere. Alright, we've got a retro Japanese Nintendo commercials. Weird 80s and 90s commercials from Japan. You can compare and contrast. Is this gonna be a GoldenEye ad? Has to be, right? Yeah. Oh, with the Rumble Pack support. I love the Game Boy camera. I genuinely adore the Game Boy camera. Wow, they really made it look way better than it is, though. Well, how did they get such good pictures? I guess they took those under studio lighting, if they're even real Game Boy camera pictures at all. Look how bright and clear that screen is. Yeah. The resolution's bad on this one. Gyromite is a really fun game. Gyromite actually is so good to play co-op. As long as you don't use Rob, you can just play Gyromite as a two-player game where one person does the role that Rob would have done. Wait, I've never heard the Japanese version of this. Nice. Oh, this is pretty iconic, this one. Whoa! I've never seen this before. So there was what was this, the Yarn Yoshi game? Oh, not Yarn Yoshi, what am I talking about? The ad kind of predicted the Epic Yarn game. That's amazing. Also, that Yarn Nintendo logo was so nice. I'm getting like nothing done right now because these ads are stealing my full attention. It's this robot chicken ass disco. Also, my right ear is loving this. They had to retract this, I believe it was that one, from sale here, because the tilt and tumble, like gyro control cartridges for Game Boy all had mercury in, which it was determined it wasn't permissible to sell, because it was for children. Yoshi's Topsy-Turvy World? Is that what it's called? Man, my memory's so bad for those. Yeah, the gyro was in the cartridge. Shaddix, definitely send some screenshots or something in the Discord of whatever you're working on. It'd be great to see. I can't guarantee to play stuff on stream just because of like safety, but I would definitely love to see it. Okay, this is a bit later than the other things we've seen. Yoshi's Topsy-Turvy. That's the one. Universal Gravitation! Yes! Yes! I forgot they changed the name. Yeah, it was Universal Gravitation here. You know, that advert might have been the first instance that I recall of like online gaming publications sharing Japanese commercials and being like, look at this wacky Japanese commercial. Like, that in my mind is like the prototypical Western games media reports on Japanese ad. Which I feel like was such a big thing for a while. Yoshi and Newton's law of relativity. I've played a Virtual Boy exactly once, and it was quite an alright experience. Based on all of the like, oh, it'll give you headaches. It was a disaster kind of stuff. The actual system itself is fine. Yeah, exactly, Voxy. That's the thing. Voxy says, honestly, US ads are just as wacky. Yeah, it was... I guess at best you could say It's just about familiarity with stuff, right? But I do distinctly remember there being a kind of quite yeah, not like it wasn't a great, it was not a great angle for sure. That is, I think that's partially correct, Potato Man. I believe that it did get a very, very, very small release here. It technically did release in the UK, but it was minuscule numbers. And the Virtual Boy that I played was one, it was a Japanese import that I played very recently, as in last 10 years, not back in the day. Mario just destroyed Ridley, predicted Smash Ultimate. I'm seeing a lot of predictions in these ads. See you, Shaddix. Famicom cassette player. Write your own programs at home. Family Basic. Just looking to see which grey I need to move on to next. Look at the Spice Orange GameCube. Inarguably the best looking GameCube. Promoting Donkey Konga with stock images of food. There must have been something there I missed. That was a good list of games. I spotted some names there. Or not games, sorry, tracks. Ginger asks, why are you copying this things into GBG? So this is the top-down ratty sprite that Talon Studio! Okay, sorry, Ginger, I'll come back. Talon Studio! Let's go! Yes! Oh, there's a little bit of Doshin in there too. Sorry, yeah, Ginger, I am tracing Arch's top-down ratty sprite because Arch gave me permission to include it in the Mousie's Cheese Maze Toolkit, community toolkit. And I'm also going to be tracing Meowsie's paw, Meowsie's paw, which I accidentally deleted from the community toolkit. Ali says, I use Scratch to program, what about you guys? I exclusively use GBG. I've never really done any formal game development stuff, software development stuff. I've tried things in the past, but never, you know, concerted efforts. I've tried Scratch a long time ago. Tried a little bit of Unity a long time ago. Bit of RPG Maker. Way back, like, other kind of game engines for beginners. I can't even remember what it was called. It was very, very basic. It was like specifically something designed for education for children when I was young, like when I was in school. I wish I could remember the name. It was quite interesting. It wasn't very good, but it was an interesting introduction. Yoshi's Cookie! Look at this super group. Who was that? That was Peach on guitar, Yoshi on vocals, Mario on bass. Maybe, hang on, we're gonna go back. We need to see this super group. Bowser on the drums. I think Mario's on the bass. Peach on lead guitar, Mario on the bass. Incredible. Oh man, that was... Do you remember when we saw the Mario instant noodle product placement when we watched that Mario movie? Hey Dallas. I love clay miniatures and things like that. There was like a lot of sort of Super Nintendo and N64 era box arts, especially in Japan, that used clay vignettes, and I love how they look. Hey Arch, good to see you. Going well. I'm in the process of tracing your top-down Ratty Stripe for inclusion in the Toolkit. You already know. I'm watching some ads. We watched some US ads from this era and we're comparing and contrasting against the Japanese ads now. Disk system. Wow, I've never seen this either. Yeah, like, this is the best any of those rare characters have ever looked. Just comparing against the A Sprite version here. Let's see. Looks like I've got everything from the perimeter of the sprite. Move on to the ears now. French Mario Kart player is iconic. Oh, that's just a weapon. I guess that this 6-shooter design never released outside of Japan, right? It was always the blaster. No, we haven't done Meows's paw yet, Arch. We'll be doing that next. Light gun games are fascinating, and the fact that they are basically unplayable now is really interesting because of modern television technology. Have to check out that video about it though, Voxy. Okay, I'm gonna start doing the little tufts of hair now. Mima says, why does the 6-shooter design not have an orange tip? I guess it's dependent on different countries, and I suppose it would have been different times as well. I don't know when that law came into effect in the US, but that's probably different from Europe, and that is also probably different from Japan and elsewhere. I'm just gonna go back for a second. What was that last ad? Was it just a general Game Boy ad? But putting the... Oh, it's for Pokemon. Trading card game. Putting the tiny little correct ratio image in the center of a screen was a decision. More Spice Orange GameCubes. Dallas says, I've never played a Switch game in so long. I'm only making games and not playing them. Oh, okay, so this is in reference to GBG, I presume. Maybe I should play to get inspiration. Yeah, I think that's a great way to get inspired, is to play something that you like. More Yoshi's Cookie ads. Yeah, Voxy, my brother has a Spice Orange GameCube, and it makes me so jealous every time. Oh, it's the Mario. Wow, Disco, I've never heard of a standalone duck hunt light gun machine that would project ducks made of light onto the wall, but that sounds amazing. I'd love to see that. Okay, I think that is the... I think that's the wrong color, actually. An optical illusion. Hey, it's this classic. I need that one. Can't believe Kirby ate that kid. That kid's gone now. Vanished. Just blinked out of existence. It's this sci-fi Game Boy Advance advert. Some bizarre fourth dimensional construction made all out of Game Boy Advances. There are a lot in this compilation I've never seen before. What? There's like a banana yellow Game Boy Advance. I've never seen that. Oh man! With like the sort of maroon buttons. That's so good. Oh. I've never needed a Game Boy so much. That looks amazing. Oh, Voxy had the tribal GBSP. So my local game shop had the big banner ad that was Mario with one sleeve with one arm rolled up to show his tribal tat sleeve. Do you remember that? I think it must have been on the box as well for that tribal GBA. It was so weird. Yellow is such an underrated console color. I agree, Arch. Kirby looking real fleshy here. Hey. WarioWare Twisted? Such a good game. Hang on, I'm gonna quickly look to see whether I can find one sec. Mario with the tribal tat. It was official. Yes! This! Okay, I'll show it on screen in a second, just getting it. Look at this. This was in the window of our local game shop when that extremely questionable GBA came out. It's real, Dallas. It is canon. This is official canon that Mario has a very 2000s tattoo. Hey, it's the it's an advert for that movie we watched. Just because I thought Mario would have that tat when he took his shirt off in Odyssey. Oh yeah. Yeah, GBA was a fantastic console. I think we may be done. Let me just take a look. Compare and contrast. I'm sure I've missed something. Oh, I haven't done the yellow of the nose yet. That's still transparency here. And the shading around the eyes I have also missed. These colors is this? Takes 4, okay. Sorry, Mr. O, I can't remember whether I actually said hello already. Welcome to the stream. Doing a quick overview. I haven't missed anything on the Ratty sprite. I'm currently tracing from Arch's original top-down sprite for inclusion in the community toolkit. Oh, this ad looks good. I do love when a illustrator's hand pops into frame on a stop motion. Obviously intentionally here. Excuse me, Mario? What was that? What was that noise? No, no baby has ever made that noise. Sorry. When you zoom in, the right ear outline looks jagged. Did I get the outline incorrect? Let's see. Ratty's right or our right? Here. Yossi's Island. Possibly, yeah, I didn't see. It's Rat Race! Look at that stage! Mario's in Rat Race. Looks like it's okay. Let's check the other one. Or at least the external line looks okay. Like flicking my head back and forth between the two, the reference image and the one in GBG. What's that game? I didn't actually see. Was it the, yeah, what is this? Dun, dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun. What's that song? Oh, yeah, it's a SNES mouse Japan only like guide Mario through through the stage without direct control. I forget what it's called. But also, what is that song that's playing? Dun, 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 dun. It's from another thing. It's not a Nintendo song. And the fairy helps place blocks. Yeah. And that's Mario Paint. Like the actual Mario vs. Donkey Kong games. Yeah, that's what I thought of, Mr. O. The little wind-up Mario toy reminded me so much of that. Maybe this is the Mario Party I was referring to? Is it 6? Yeah. Yeah, 6! Okay, I remembered. Oh, folks. It might be show and tell time. It might be show and tell time. I have to show this off. Back in 1 second. I have to. So, GameCube, no, not GameCube, Game Boy, probably my favorite series of consoles. I got one of these Famicom Game Boy Micros back when they were reasonably cheap still. It was like one of my first basically brand new Japanese imports. And and I got one, and it looks so good. So I love the Game Boy Micro. It's incredibly small. Use it to stream. I love the Game Boy Micro. You probably can't hear me right now. And I bought one of the standard silver ones. Let me switch over. This is incredibly reflective, so I am genuinely a bit nervous about face reveal here. This is my OG Game Boy Micro from back in the day. Still a really nice system. Like all metal. Like really, really fancy feeling for a Game Boy. But I also purchased one of these. I think I've said on stream before, I try not to collect too much stuff. I don't like having stuff, but I am a sucker for Game Boy stuff. So here it is. It was a 20th anniversary, which is crazy to think. 20th anniversary of Mario. A little bit scuffed up on the back. And it comes with this nicely Super Mario Bros. Themed interior. Plain packaging elsewhere. Manual, carry case, power cable, Japanese power cable. And then the actual unit itself. 15 years ago, I know. I probably bought it about 3 years after it came out, if I'm remembering correctly. Mario and Bowser. Oh, it says Dom needs to invest in a Spirit Halloween mask to wear on webcam. Actually, I have a mask. Wait. This is complete overkill, and it will make it almost impossible for me to see anything. But then I can probably now intentionally try and get like a reflection to bamboozle people. Look at this. This is incredibly reflective, so this is probably a wise idea. It's all like super glossed, designed to look like the Famicom Player 1 controller. High gloss metal back. It feels so good. It feels so good to use. The buttons are amazing. Wait, can you see my mask? I think that's reflecting my mask now. See if anyone can recognize what it is. Just such a good system. Probably my favorite Game Boy that I own. Foxy says I'd be nervous about the battery. Yeah, I check the batteries in all of the stuff that have rechargeable batteries in pretty regularly. It's funny that you mentioned that. I did see something on my timeline recently. It was like, hey, check your PSP battery, because they expand very aggressively. But I'd actually already removed battery from my PSP. My DS one is also fine, but I feel like it will go eventually. I mean, everything will, but probably the next one to watch out for. Oh yeah, was that today, Voxy? I couldn't remember whether it was today or the other day. Alright, let me put these away and we'll continue with our next sprite, which will be Meowsie's paw. Gonna put these away real quick. Arch says, I didn't see what your mask you're wearing. Well, I'll save that for next time. I'm not going to say, because if somebody sees it, they will probably be able to figure it out. It's nothing super exciting, but it's kind of funny. Okay. That looks right to me, looking against our reference image here. Just thinking if there's something, another one of these compilations to put on before we start on Meowsie's Paw. One hour of Famicom commercials? Okay, well, guess we will. Hey RGC, we're just having a chill stream while I copy some sprites. Dom's VTuber avatar, but it's just an actual webcam feed with him wearing a cardboard mask. Invert this. This one is, yeah, 1 hour of Famicom commercials. This is by Kid Shoryuken. Thank you to them for making this possible. Mr. O says, what about PSP batteries? They will swell up. They're kind of getting to the point in their lifespan now where many people's PSP batteries are swelling and expanding, and they, you know, expanded lithium-ion batteries pose a fire risk, but also they will destroy the battery cover because the power of the expansion is so much that it just cracks open the battery cover. So make sure to remove it if it's in storage. Keep it separately at the very least. A good idea for anything with rechargeable lithium ions in that you store. Alright, here's Ratty. Put Ratty down here for now. We'll have to attribute this appropriately before we finish today's stream. We are now going to make Meowsie's Paw, which I need to load up in a sprite. There we go. Got Meowsie's Paw. Wait. What did I miss? Voxy says, hold up. Is that why the WarioWare DIY cartridges had that design? What is this in reference to? Man, I wish I saw what you were referring to. Alright, let's get started on Meowsie's Paw. RGC says, are we making MCM2 Ratty's Cheese Maze? No, we are just updating the community toolbox with the Ratty top-down sprite that Arch made for their Dojam entry, and very kindly allowed me to port into the toolbox. Yes, okay, right, I see. So yeah, the original run, I'll pause this for a second. The original run of Famicom cartridges all used that diagonal line that runs. I think there was something like 16 cartridges that came out with those designs, all different colors, and it is absolutely why one of the cartridge options in WarioWare DIY looks like that, for sure. Yeah, I didn't see it in the actual ad, but I realize what you're talking about now. Yeah, I think 16, could be wrong, but that included like the Donkey Kong Junior Maths or whatever that maths game was as well. But it also had things like Mario Bros, I guess. Gonna modify my grid here on my reference image. Okay, cool. We're all set for our Meowsie's Paw. in at the top. I'm going to do the outline first. So I'm going to start 2 blocks in from the top left. Hey, look who it is! That is, oh man, I'm blanking on his name now. One of the musicians from Yellow Magic Orchestra. Harry Hosono. Really great musician. Didn't realize he'd done a Famicom ad. The music of Yellow Magic Orchestra, very, very influenced by video game music. Or perhaps being so early, it's the other way around. Influencing video game music to come. Okay, let's continue down onto the next one. Can I turn up the ads? Yeah, certainly. I think the last one was a lot louder than this, so... Is that an okay volume? Not too loud? If it is, let me know. Mappy! Do you know the story of Namco and Namcot? When it comes to NES and Famicom games? Turn on auto-generated captions. What about auto-generated and translated? They're gonna be so messed up. They're gonna be unbelievably messed up. Enjoy! You're also not gonna see half of it, so... Oh wait, yeah, I can drag these around, can't I? There we go. Honestly, not bad so far. Arch says Dom needs to play Mappy someday. I should, shouldn't I? These captions are bringing a whole new layer to these ads. This will probably take me longer to trace than it did to originally draw it. I kind of just freestyled it when I drew this paw the first time round. Although that's not true. I did have my initial sketch and it was terrible, and then everyone helped me make it better, so I did spend quite a while on this in the end. I feel like I sometimes just catch like a little bit of an ad. What was that caption? One more time, please. It's so That's so messed up. There wasn't even anything that vaguely sounded like that. Who is this? Who is this? Dig Dug. But they had nothing to do with Dig Dug. I feel like those mascots were distant relatives of Mikey Peanuts. In the Night Garden rejects, says Elite, yes. Is this Wrecking Crew? Pom. I love onomatopoeic words. Gekkenkron. My favorite Famicom game. Also, the Famicom colored Rob, like, way cooler than the grey Rob. Wait, I actually don't know which Rob game this is. I don't know that one. I know, Gyromite, which is this one. Uh-oh. It's the bad game police. That's not true. Gyromite's actually really good. Saw this one before. Doing like weird Rob calisthenics. Full of excitement. You again. Uh-oh. I've heard of it. I definitely believe tan and red looks better than grey. RGC. Fancy as a fertilizer for the head. Words of wisdom. Agreed, Voxy. Oh, what is that? City Connection, isn't it? Yeah. Ooh, loud. Sometimes the captions just go wild. Pac-Man World. Pac-Man Land? What is that called? Oh, Voxy, I don't think there's any competition there. Yeah, the weird sort of lilac button US SNES. No good. Man, there's a lot of these ads. US one is also so square. Yeah, I actually don't dislike the shape, but it's not as good in my mind. Did I ever have, or did I ever play Namco Museum for PS1? Yes! Yeah, we had that. I would have... That probably would have been my first introduction to most Namco things. Sorry, the audio levels are all over the place on this video. Look at that cute little bee. Speaking of bees, it's Twin Bee. Konami. There was 5 Namco Museum games, one of them had Mappy. Didn't they also... Ooh, didn't they also do a Namco Museum for the PS2? Which was like a kind of compilation of the PS1 ones? I might be misremembering. Look at that beautiful disc. This is the disc writer, which is a really fascinating idea, in case you don't know. So the Famicom disk system was an optical disc expansion for the normally cart-based Nintendo Entertainment System, of course. And the Famicom disk writers, which are the things that this lady stood next to, were designed and used in shops, either game shops or like convenience shops, and they would have a selection of games that you could write onto a blank optical disc, a blank floppy disk essentially for the disk system, and you could go in, pay your money, write or rewrite over one of these discs, and essentially legally copy that floppy. Rather than buying a retail version of it, just going with your blank disc, which you would have had to have purchased through Nintendo anyway. But so neat. Such a cool idea. Hey, Lavatar. We're just hanging out watching some old ads while I trace this image. Oh, I also mentioned Namco and Namcot, but then didn't explain. So, Namcot is Namco. However, they released games under 2 names, both Namco and Namcot, to bypass Nintendo's weird restrictions in the early days of the NES, the Famicom, which meant that each developer could only publish a certain number of games per year. So they were like, okay, well, we're also Namcot. We're technically not Namco anymore. I think the reasoning was because they wanted to prevent sort of shovelware. So by limiting the number of releases, it would mean that publishers would only publish their best games. And I think that was in response to the games crash in the US. However, I am not an authority on any of these things, so if I'm wrong or you've heard otherwise, let me know. Is this Spelunker? What is this? I don't recognize this at all. Oh man, there is so many of these ones. They look easy to edit together, I don't blame them. Yeah, just shot of creepy mascots in a field, then just splice in your footage of a game too. Hey, Gumby! Lucian, I would love to know. Lucian says they're making me really curious about that checkered character. It has to be a Namco thing, right? I've never come across it before. Maybe it was just for that ad campaign. It could have been just like a company mascot, but I've never seen it before. If it was. Wow, this is powerful. Gumby, we're tracing the Meowsy Paw sprite from Mouse's Cheese Maze into the community toolkit because I accidentally deleted it. So we're doing that. We previously, or a little bit earlier, we traced the top-down ratty sprite that Arch made for their Dojam submission with their permission. Alright, let's fill in the claws. Kind of gross yellow claws here. I found Rat Race 3 to be the toughest for me when I played it first. 3 is the one with both the cat and the snooker ball, right? Yeah, Samus! Flying on a disk system disc! I need to move the captions. Fist of the North Star, is it? Looks like it. Look at that little cat! I'm just like half seeing all of these ads in the corner of my eye and it's wonderful. Oh yeah, apologies Disco, you are correct. That wasn't Samus, that's Metroid and he surfs through space on his floppy disk. You are, of course, correct there.
界の危機バリスの剣を手に戦え優子魔王ロムレスを倒すのは君だ
Hang on, wait, what? Excuse me? Fight before eating the committee's mice. Not a great idea.
戦え優子魔王ロムレスを倒すのは君だゲームソフト無限戦士バリス8月21日発売眠らせない
Oh, nice pun there, Voxy. Is that really the name of that mascot? Because if it isn't, it should be. Voxy says that musketeer mascot is great. Struggling to work out which of these colors I need. Guess it's this one. Really doesn't look like it in game though. Yeah, it's perfect. Square before it was Square Enix? Oh no! Not ideal. Oh, I forget what this series is called. We're being introduced to so many good, like, C-tier corporate mascots today. Whoa, the BGM here. Hang on. No, okay, never mind. I thought it sounded way closer to another track than it did. Just kind of a generic ragtime thing. C-tier, how dare you diss the bunny mascot? Sorry, Voxy. I didn't even mean it in a strictly derogatory way. They're just lesser known, I suppose. I apologize that the audio levels are so inconsistent. Voxy says the Tommy Wiseau of corpo mascots. Wow, now you are absolutely dissing the bunny. Hey Dom, are you putting bombs on the toolkit too? The bomb art is here. I'm not sure if I'll add the logic. Unless I can think of a way of isolating it in a way that is very clear, and then clearly labeling what needs to be connected up. It's possible. Look at this. Pour's almost done. Hey, Victor. Thanks, Mr. O. It's just a trace, but it's good to have the pour back in here. It was an unintentional deletion. Is that Takeshi Kitano? It is. Oh, it's gonna be the yeah, Takeshi's challenge game. What a weird game. Almost, probably one of the most indecipherable games intentionally. So Takeshi was an incredibly famous personality at the time, and still is to this day, but kind of way more popular in the mid to late 80s. And the story, I believe, is that he was basically forced to make a game. So he decided he wanted to make a game that was going to be so unplayable because he thought that it would be funny. Let's watch some Takeshi's Castle. I think I would get in... I think I would potentially get in lots of trouble. But man, it's so good. I love Takeshi's Castle. Mirror the picture. Oh, that's wise. It's not about the age rating, Disco. It's about I think the original rights holder are quite strict on it still. Should we though? Should we? Let's see. Let's watch a couple more minutes of this. I'll finish off the pour and we'll see what we're doing. I could go for some Takeshi's Castle right now. Make a burner YouTube account. See, at this point, honestly, at that point, I should just be streaming on Twitch. But for whatever reason, I'm so adverse to the Twitch streaming. Nothing wrong with well, there's things wrong with Twitch, the company, but nothing against people that stream on Twitch. I just don't know why it always feels a bit too intense for me. Maybe it would be better for these kind of like nothing streams. VODs are better on YouTube, agreed, yeah. Man, I was watching something on Twitch recently that had like aired the night before, and there was ads. There was ads every seriously like 5 minutes on the VOD. And I don't even believe the channel is partnered or anything. I don't think they run additional ads, but for whatever reason I was just getting so many ads on it. I always prefer YouTube streams, yeah. Disco says, I want Twitch emotes. No, we've got PogChamp at home. Oh, Mr. O, that's a very, very, very kind thing to say. I shouldn't have said nothing streams, I suppose. What I mean is hanging out, shooting the breeze, a little bit lower key, a lot lower key. Okay, I'm seeing a lot of people in agreement that YouTube is the place to be. It's not like we get any annoying ads here. Ultraman! Alright, we're gonna watch some Takeshi's Castle after this. We're gonna do it. Wow, what an end to close, what a shot to close out this moment. Let me switch back to correct window here. Leave that up for a second. I suppose if it's on YouTube already, then I probably won't get a copyright strike. And this video isn't monetized, so I feel like we might get away with it. There's an hour and 30-minute 1986 edition of Takeshi's Castle here. Yes, please. I'm doing it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna have to flip. We'll probably play it in the bottom rather than full screen, and I'm gonna flip the display capture. Remember, you wouldn't download a car, okay? There's no closed captions on this one either, so it's not like we'll have to worry about that. Mr. Beast, get out of here. You wouldn't download a castle. So if you've never seen... Okay, so 2 little primers. Maybe Watermark it 2. That seems like too much effort. Hang on, let me see what I can do. Well, I'm finding an image to overlay as a watermark. If you've never heard of Takeshi's Castle, it was a game show that ran in Japan from like the mid-80s to I think the early 90s, where contestants have to compete in like physical challenges for a chance to be the winner. It was headed up by very famous film director and actor and TV personality Takeshi Kitano, known as Beat Takeshi, sorry. And it's wild. And it got released in most countries. I think it got released in the US under a different name. It got released here as Takeshi's Castle, with a different, like a recutting of the show, with a different commentator and stuff, but we're watching the original here, which was a lot longer form, and there was a bit more of a kind of narrative arc in each episode. Can you hear it, by the way? Guess not. I'm going to use this picture of Wario as a watermark. Don't worry, it won't be this solid in a minute. Wario jump scare, sorry. Is there a way to lower opacity easily here? If we can hear YouTube's copyright AI will. That's true. Although I'm talking over it, I'd like you to be able to hear it a tiny bit at least. Although, actually, it's probably a good idea that I don't have it up too high because there's so much copyrighted music in this. They have like video game music and stuff in this. But they also have like movie themes and stuff, which would be super messed up. I actually don't know how to lower opacity of images in OBS. Do I just need to chroma key it? Guess so. Alright. Enjoy your barely visible Wario. This stream is something. Make it ultra high pitched like other bootleg YouTube videos. Can't believe Wario took part in Takeshi's Castle. I think the audio will be fine. It's so low level and I'm going to be talking over most of it, so don't think we need to worry. Oh, interesting. The French version of Takeshi's Castle they use... Wait, GBBO? Is that one of the names for Takeshi's Castle. Anyway, they use the Doctor Who music from the BBC library, so I'm expecting Matt Smith or Peter Capaldi to enter the tent. Oh, wait! GBBO is Great British Bake Off. Okay, not to do with Takeshi's Castle at all. Right, yeah. Wow. Why are they using Doctor Who music? Alright, we have Paw. Okay, so the contestants are about to head into the first challenge, which in this case is the slippery, slidey wall that they have to work together. Kerr says, Dom's solution to avoiding copyright, put a copyrighted character over it. Playback speed at 1.125. Oh, you can do custom playback speeds now, can't you? At 1.1? Oh, Elite Octo says stretch the paw. Good shout. I am making this unwatchable at this point. You can't hear it. It's going too fast. There is a copyrighted Wario on top of it. This is a stream and a half. I can also crop this down a little bit more. Oops, wrong way. Sorry. Still wrong way. Why is this not letting me crop? Sorry, folks. I don't know why it keeps popping like that instead of cropping. We've got an ad break. Alright, I'll just leave it like that. Disco says Wario copyright strike the stream. Foxy says, "Wow, you're watching my show on the internet." And then Lucian says Wario would be the kind to falsely copyright claim a video. Alright, we're back. They do little skits and stuff that were completely cut from the international versions, I think. Mostly because I think they didn't want to have to go to the trouble of translating it all. Let's stretch this. Dom's entered a contract with Nintendo and must advertise Wario on each stream. You can buy Wario now at your local Tesco. Adding poison cheese to the toolkit next. Honestly, that's a really good shout. I would have to, think it would be like a multi-step process because I'd have to go and find an earlier version that has poison cheese, then copy it to a sprite, and then copy it back to GBG. Gumby says, oh no, Nerf guns. Even better, water guns. Arch says, Dom, what are Tesco meal deals I hear so much about? Is this a serious question, Arch? Because I can explain. It's just the same sprite, but with 3 different colors. It wasn't originally, though, was it? Because it was, it used the old multi-sided sprite. So I suppose we could have late-era poison cheese. Yeah, it is a recolor of the cheese block, but originally the poison cheese, like when poison cheese was intended to be in, it was the one with unique textures on each side. I'm gonna have to go and see. Bright colors. Oh man, Honeycomb Maze was always my favorite game that they did. I've been exposed to other Tesco references from other UK YouTubers. So yeah, Tesco meal deals are just like sandwiches and crisps and a chocolate bar. They're usually around like £3.50. Oh, and a drink. Usually kind of come out to about £3.50. They're not the only place that do them. Boots, which is a pharmacist, also do meal deals that are very famous. Sandwiches are, you know, like supermarket sandwiches, so they're normally pretty dire. But hey, it's cheap. And it's better than nothing. So I think they're showing off the guards here, and I knew this already, that one of them was a professional wrestler. But this is interesting. I've never seen an episode where they go into the details of the guards here. Mima says, wait, crisps? Oh yeah, like chips. Hey, Bari. I'm currently looking for the code for the archived builds of MCM. I think I would do okay at the Honeycomb Maze, you know. Honestly, I think of all of the regular challenges from Takeshi's Castle, I think Honeycomb Maze is the one I would stand the best chance at. I can sprint okay. I could slip through the doors without having to push them wide open. You don't need lots of physical strength. Gotta be quick and nimble. And I think stealthy is also a good approach. And a little bit of trickiness, like opening doors that you're not actually going through. Does anyone know what the last version of MCM to have the poison cheese was? Scrubs. Yeah, I saw your message in the speedrunning thread. I can't wait to see your multi-part video. Is Takeshi's Castle just IRL Mario Party? Yes, yeah, it absolutely is. We're just getting the poison cheese colors. I'm gonna guess 12.12 or 0.2 even. Man, Crystal Maze. I used to really enjoy Crystal Maze. I would like to see Wario's Honeycomb Maze, though. Oh yeah, Jinjo, in the GBG General channel, there is a speedrunning thread. It's a great channel. Scrubs has really propelled the speedrun strats forward as well. Had we already axed Poison Cheese? No, we've got it here. Yeah, Gumby, this is the account that I've uploaded all the archived versions of GBG to. I've been too busy finding Poison Cheese colors to watch any of the Honeycomb Maze. I'm so sad. Yes, this is my I want to play some games early account. Exactly, Voxy. Yes, sorry, Bori, I must have missed your question earlier. Yeah, the UK dub of the show is really, let's say, irreverent. It's voiced by a comedian and actor called Craig Charles, who is actually one of the actors in Red Dwarf, which we talked about last GBG community stream. And he really gets into it. He commentates over it in a very, silly way. It's pretty good. It's very watchable for a dub. But I think most places that dubbed it did it as a comical dub rather than attempting to replicate the real narratives. Time for our ad break. So, something that's kind of interesting, like, maybe 2 or 3 years ago, I guess somewhere bought the rights, or like borrowed the rights, to Takeshi's Castle. A TV studio in Thailand, I guess? And they tried to reboot it. And we also did a dub of it here. And it was not good. I only saw a little bit of it, but it was not good. And they used TV like interviewer here called Jonathan Ross to do the dub for that one, the commentary. But I don't think it was very successful. There we go. Poison Cheese is back. Lucine says, the American version was very irreverent and fun as well. Foxy says, I think some self-aware commentary is what all the international versions did. I really like physical challenge games, Voxy, yeah. I watched so much Takeshi's Castle, but we also had Total Wipeout here. It was very fun. Skipping zones... I was just about to say skipping zones always seemed like a good way to break your shins. Poison Cheese doesn't look correct? Colors are definitely the ones from my image here, I would say with some certainty. Also, look how terrible this is. I can't believe how bad the actual cheese texture looks. Ooh, I don't know that one, Boxy. Fort Boyard? Mr. Beast, get out of here. Oh, American Ninja Warrior, yeah, we did have that one. I never really got into that one. It was way too serious for me. Everyone looked like they were trying to win. So outside of Honeycomb Maze, I think I really, really like the one where they have to jump on the little pink dolphin or whatever it is, and they play Surfing USA in the background. I used to really love the like Family Day ones where it would be like parents and kids competing together on challenges. Yeah, that's correct stretch now. Those were always so fun. They were a little bit less intense, but it was always fun to see people cooperating. Holes are lighter on OG Poison Cheese. This is the second phase of Poison Cheese, though. Has he got a balloon on his ankle? Hang on, let me double check, just to make sure you're not thinking of the earlier one. I'll make a copy so I can actually check where they are on the palette. Oh, look! Yeah, you're 100% right. Gumby, thank you very much. I must have been thrown off by the image. Okay, so let's get a shot of each of them. Thank you for pointing that out, and apologies for disagreeing. Absolutely wrong with the colors. Gumby recognized every shade of green. Gumby's got a photographic memory for Poison Cheese. And it helped us out enormously here. Oh, I remember this guard. He was always the one that was really kind, or the most kind to the contestants. Yeah, I did use green from... That is true, Gumby is green after all. I did use greens from 2 different palettes. Okay, so let me look at my... Shades of green then. Okay, I got that one right, at least. Go around and refill this. Hey, LR. Yeah, we're doing some shenanigans to watch Takeshi's Castle on stream. Oh, lava cheese, yeah. I'm cool to bring back cut features. I mean, it would be fantastic for the toolbox to be pretty comprehensive. I really kind of got the bare minimum together for the Dojam. I was just going to run out of time otherwise. Although lava cheese always looked straight up bad. I'm gonna say it remained as a placeholder till the very end. Hey Maiden, Yeah, we're bringing back the old cheese for the toolbox. There we go. Thanks, Disco. Yeah, I think it'd be nice for it to be a little bit more complete and a little bit more functional for everyone. In case people do want to continue making mods. I don't want Ratty to feel very isolated, so let's put Ratty there. What is Toolbox? Oh, this is a template version of Mouse's Cheese Maze for people to modify as they see fit, make new levels. It was designed for the Dough Jam as one of the options for people to work with, but it can be continued to be used, of course. That sounds good, Voxy. Nice. Let's go and check out the lava cheese. Is it in the version that I copied? I'll turn off the game audio so it doesn't get in the way of Takeshi's Castle for a minute. Ratty right next to Long Mousy is concerning. That is worrying. I think lava cheese was gone, long gone by this stage. We may need to hop back into an earlier revision for it. Oh, I got rid of the original. Man, I'm gonna have to type in the code again. That's annoying. Also, chat, I can't see you for a second while I type this in. I forget what this one was called. Mushroom. Oh, it was called Mushroom Trip in the UK dub. It's also currently playing the Indiana Jones music in the background. So I'm glad I kept the audio low. Let's say 10. Ooh, maybe let's go a little bit earlier just to be safe. 9. Remake lava cheese from scratch. Yeah, let's see it. Let's use it as a base. I'm interested to see what it looks like. Yeah, look, it's so ugly. So I'm not going to trace that, but let's at least get the general gist of it. Do you think the lava cheese should just look burnt, but use the same lava, or same cheese design as the other versions? Hey, Top Hat. Hey, Renz, good to see you. Let's try it. Okay, general consensus is it would look better that way. I think I agree. Although, I really wish there was one more grey between this and black. Just give us one more here, please. It would be so useful. Let's try with these 3 with black for the holes at first. This might look very cursed. And then we'll drop the little speckles of molten stuff in. Dallas says more grays, less blues. I'd feel sad losing the blues, but I suppose if we were gonna get rid of something, maybe. Although, I guess it would have to be this one that you got rid of, and that's the most... Honestly, I like this palette the most, this blue selection. But I guess if you can't really get rid of this one, and you can't really get rid of this one, so it would have to be that. And then you just have to kind of work between two palettes. More browns, yeah. I can imagine, Renz, with your texture work, that you'd be really craving more shades of brown. I don't know why making this edit just came to mind, but you know that Junji Ito story about the hole in the side of the cliff? It's very famous. The hole in the side of the cliff and the guy climbs into it. I won't say the whole story because it is kind of a spoiler and it's a good story if you haven't read it. I'm imagining that one screen grab that everyone always uses, which is like the guy pointing to the hole and saying, "This is my hole." You know that one? Yeah, it was made for me. It's Mousy pointing. It's Mousy pointing to one of the mouse holes. Why does a game maker have a worse texture editor than an Island Life game? That is really one of the greatest mysteries in life. Oh, this looks way better already. Also, recommending Junji Ito to your audience is a bold move. I'll be honest, I think I read Junji Ito when I was pretty young. I think... I don't know. I think that's fine. Honestly, the other green poison cheese look better too. What, my butchered one? Like my scuffed one? Yeah, I think everyone would benefit from... Okay, I should clarify. Junji Ito's stories are horror stories. There's disturbing imagery for sure if you go seeking out his creations. He does have a manga all about his cats, which is probably a good entry point if you're unsure. Arch, I've been thinking about the other secret, and I don't know whether you were trolling me, or if there actually is another secret that we missed in the Ratty's puzzle. There's 2 Ratty textures in the toolkit. Yeah, technically there is, because we've got the Shadow Ratty. The green in the holes is still wrong. Is it really? I'm not gonna doubt you because you were like so right last time. It 100% is. It 100% is. It's this one. Ugh, it's even worse. Why did Poison Cheese look so bad? I suppose it's kind of more in line with the tones of this. Foxy says, I do love that Junji Ito is a really nice guy who's clearly having a lot of fun though his stories are messed up. Whereas Hayao Miyazaki is a better man who makes beautiful stories. I think that's always the case though. I think that's very often the case with artists, right? You do see that like maybe that the more repressed or the more kind of underrepresented aspects of their personalities are the things that come through most in their work. I don't think this needs the red. I think it maybe needs a secondary... speckling. Be like this. This looks like fossilized cheese. The lava cheese base color should be darker, do you think? Then our shadowing here, or whatever this is, wouldn't be... that would have to be lighter. Voxy says this is like the Incredibles meme, but with cheese. Dum 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 dum. Dum 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 dum. Oh wait, no. It's the other way around. It's like the dum 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 dum. Dum 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 dum. I'll try a darker base color on this, but then I would have to go lighter base or a lighter color around the holes. Let's color it something completely different while we make this change. What would a purple cheese be? A sweet blancmange cheese. Curse says just make the lava cheese purely black, and when people ask you say, what are you guys talking about? It's the lava cheese. I wonder whether this was like a first episode of a new season or something, because Takeshi is doing the sumo challenge. I feel like it must have been like a rare occasion that he participated in the games. Alright, so let's finish making these a weird color. Then we'll make the base color darker, then drop the lighter shade on in place of that. Arch is tricking me. Arch says, I can't wait till someone finds the second non-existent Easter egg in my game. We may need to take a trip in and just have a little explore at the end of the stream, perhaps. Oh, nice, Nintendo Vlogs. Nintendo Vlogs just made their first devlog. How did you find the process of creating the devlog? I think it's a really nice way of unwinding after a project. Kind of reflecting on what you did, what you can do better. I won't overpromise with this, but I have been scripting some stuff for the Mousie's devlog. I talked about how I thought it would be quite different format to the previous entries, just because of how different Mousie's was to the Dojam creations. But yeah, I actually got some planning done for it. Are we making MCM2? No, we're just working on the toolkit at the moment. Hey, I think Ren's just saw the lovely little Easter egg in Archie's Dojam creation. Alice says, is this still the same ad? This is the show. Yes, we're updating the toolkit. I was explaining earlier that the version that I put out for the Dojam was like the bare necessities. And it would be nice to have one that is a little bit more full-featured. Future use for people. Alright. Yeah, that's an okay lava cheese, I guess. That'll be fine. Honestly, Arch, with your permission, I wanted to try and see what doing the separation on this as well would look like. Doing body and ears as separate textures. Of course I would leave this one. But if you're cool with it, I thought it would be interesting to do a little test of how it would look. Right, if I want. Yeah, I'd like to. Yeah, Ratty's stubby tail is so nice. So I guess let's do without ears first. Streamlined Ratty. Yes, I recreated the Meowsy paw and the Ratty sprite, not orange one. That is correct. Capsule Ratty. This is Ratty going down one of those tubes that you see at the bank or sometimes at the supermarket. That you know that they put the money in. They're like, thunk. He's inside one of those right now. Must have been a lot of work. It was nice. It was like mindless work. So we were watching some Nintendo commercials. Yes, Ratty in one of the little a Ratty plush in the little vacuum bags. Ready to burst into life. So smooth here. Head in a glass jar with cheese. Yes. Okay. Now we're gonna have to get rid of the nose and eyes, I suppose. Ratty's tail doesn't animate, so I guess we should keep... Oh, well... Ratty's face doesn't animate either. But I suppose it's less about the animation and more about the layered effect, isn't it? So... yeah, let's do it. We've created a, like, bacteria again. Pull this back a little so we don't get overlap once the nose layer is actually on. Oversimplified logo, Ratty. Oh man, it's so scary. Wasn't the nose part of the body layer? Is it? Oops. It totally is, isn't it? Yep. Alright, let's undo that then. Just the eyes that we needed to get rid of there. No! No! Oh, why did it undo in one go? I guess I must have not come out of the editor. Will it be quicker just to put the nose back? It might be quicker to just put the nose back. Only saves when you exit the texture editor screen. Yeah. What's going on here? Oh, I deleted one from there? Yeah, I think so. One more on the right. Getting too distracted by the adverts. The things I couldn't even buy. They're like a wafer thing? Yeah, that looks right now. Hey, welcome back, Chalupa. Always doing things the hard way. Always. I love to make things more difficult for myself. One. So up here. 1, 2. Okay, I can do that. Ear? No. There is a... Okay, so something's off on mine. I need to go here. Yeah, okay. Bori says, I think the theory of drawing the nose will be easier. Not sure now. No, I know. Probably could have just gotten rid of the ears. That's 100% not even right, is it? Man. I can't tell. Is it just an optical illusion? Maybe it is correct. That's okay, actually. I think that's fine. I think just because it didn't have the shading, it looked so wrong. Okay, that's one space too much to the left. It looks thinner. It is thinner. Okay, I messed up. I'm probably just gonna erase the ears. I've messed up somehow. Categorically here. 1 pixel height wrong? I think it's... Right, yes! That could be it. The height's correct now, so yeah, just need to widen it out. Oh, Chalupa, I should give context. Yeah, this is Takeshi's Castle, which was a 80s and very early 90s. Oh, this is the one that I really like. Very early 90s Japanese game show that got released outside of Japan with dubs. Oh no, this is not actually. This is a variant on the one that I really like. It doesn't have the pink dolphins in it. Thanks, Bori, for pointing out it was the height that was wrong. Alright, I think we finally fixed the mistake I made. Yeah, so it's Wipeout. I think Voxy is a good single sentence summary. Phew! Alright, disaster averted. Get these ears. See, Mousie's ears have a line all the way around, right? Or am I misremembering? They do. Wow, look how bad these sprites are. You look at something like Archer's Ratty sprite, or like the majority of things that were created for the Dojam, and they're so beautiful, and then you go back to the OG and you see this. Oh, Voxy also mentioned the height. Apologies, Voxy, that I missed it. I guess because they're not animated, we could put the eyes on the same layer as the ears. Thank you, Chalupa. I think I've said this before, but I feel fine being critical about the things I make because I know that I could do better. And I am inspired by everyone else's creations. But then the eyes will move with the ears, good point. A little bit hard to know. Was that extra bit body or ears? I suppose they should stay with the ears because I removed it from the body. Is it two ratties looking at each other or a vase? See you, Chalupa. Thanks for stopping by again. This actually looks remarkably like a good rat, not ratty, but a good rat drawing from the side. Like if you shape it like this, like a very realistic rat head. I got rid of shading here. I really shouldn't have. The shading outside the lines needs to remain because it won't be on the body otherwise. Maybe... yeah, maybe this won't really work as I imagined. Let's continue with the experiment anyway. I would like to know. The lava animation, Voxy, was so good. How many frames was it? Was it 3 frames? Four frames, wow. I'm leaving the eyes in for a second because I'll duplicate this layer and delete them from this one once we're done. Yeah, I don't know whether this is gonna work because of because we won't be able to maintain that shading, but let's see. Amazing. Right, let's grab these from here for a second. Have a look. Might need to adjust the black outline because of the lack of anti-aliasing. Yeah, I know what you mean. Because we don't have it where the dark grey is helping, do you mean? Let's just have a look and see. Because it might not even be the right approach. Nail advert. Y minus. Rotated left, is that correct? And Y center and rotated right. I'm not gonna do an ASMR video of eating cheese while in a mouse suit. Y center and rotated right. Yeah, it is very funny that the face and body have different rotations. Another thing that really doesn't need to be that way, just remain that way the whole time. And really ought to be fixed. Oh, Ratty, I'm so sorry. Wait, is the texture... Oh, it's much, much bigger. Y minus makes texture darker because it shows the opposite side of the texture. Yeah, that was the thing that we realized pretty close to the end and then never adjusted. That was extremely cursed. So yeah, like the colors are super, super incorrect. Also, weirdly... Weirdly doesn't display any differently. Like, as in... Wait. Where did Ratty go? Yeah, I'm gonna pause Takeshi for a second. I launched Ratty into space. So, obviously, the colors here are incorrect because of the orientation. Or the Y positive and Y negative. Then once we push Ratty into the shadows, you see the colors displayed as they should. And you really don't sense them being on separate layers when it's not a player character, I guess. Because you see that slight wobble on the ears, that slight bounce on the ears, but on a static character it's not really visible. Fake Ratty, yeah, it's like decoy Ratty. So where's Ratty? Where does Ratty go? Just into space, I guess, because there's no down. There's nothing going to the Y negative. Okay, well it was a fun experiment anyway. I guess it would look exactly the same if we just dropped this ratty onto a box. I guess I'll just remove this. It obviously shouldn't be in the toolbox, but I mean the separated out layers. Double check the lava cheese is still there. It is. Yeah. I don't think it's worth keeping. Try Y center. Okay, yeah, let's do a little experiment then. Let's just see this. The Y center on all of them. Guess we'll have to fix the orientation of this one. It's the underside of Ratty. I guess in that case, we'd need to swap these connections over. There we go. But I guess really everything should be Y minus so that the lighting doesn't affect it in the same way. Rather than... Am I right in saying the colors will be more accurate if they're all Y minus? And then flipped. I guess I will need to swap the order over again. Yeah. Gonna be right. This doesn't feel like it's gonna be right. Almost. Wait, not really? The colors are not more accurate or... Wouldn't say more accurate, they'd be darker than the base color because of the ambient. Okay, so... Center is... But they're not affected by shadows now, look. Oh no. The colors are more accurate when not Y minus. That's why Mousy is more brown than orange at the moment. Interesting. Okay. They're technically already in shadow since you're looking in the interface. Thank you, Voxy and Arch. That makes a lot of sense. I understand now. So, I guess a fix... Someday, perhaps a fix worth doing would be fixing Mousy's body, which is currently Y minus, to be not Y minus, but it would most likely break the ordering, right? Like if I set these to Y center, I guess I'd have to rotate them. Is it going to mess up the ordering? It does mess up the layering, but now everything except for the tail here does display in a uniform way. Hey, Random Cube. Just move the ears and eyes up. Do you mean in their connection point? Some experimenting needs to be done to get it right. Yeah. But right now, I think I just want to watch some Takeshi's Castle. What do you think, Wario? So I need to undo all this before I forget. I don't think that would work, Ginger. The reason that they were all set to different positions, Y center and stuff, was because there would be conflict in the layering. It does? Make them all Y plus. So would body then be Y center? Y center, okay. Because if it works, that's fantastic. That's really, really an easy fix. I think the solution would be to adjust the cylinder's height. Ah. That's interesting, so that they're staggered a bit more rather than being right on top of each other. Let's do the Y plus stuff. First, let's just see this through. Ooh, the shadow. Oh, it feels so wrong seeing shadows behind Mousie's ears. And also the dead fighting there. I mean, it's cool. It is really cool seeing the shadow like that. Obviously, the tail is still Z minus. Hey, JD. Interesting experiment. Guess it would need, yeah, like some time dedicated to it. Be sure that it worked fully. I know that this is... See, it is actually doing that fighting here anyway. So the solution would be potentially to adjust the height of these cylinders. I'm presuming by like point on the Y. But anyway, we're not going to do that now. We'll get rid of these experiments. So I think we've hit our big ones in terms of porting things across. We've got the paw now. We've got the lovely top-down sprite of Ratty by Arch. Got the OG button here. I don't think there's any unique assets missing now. I mean, there's... I really didn't do this in an optimal way. When I ported it for the community toolkit, so that does need to be addressed. But I think I want head empty tasks today rather than complex stuff. Oh, actually, I know what I need to do. In what is currently 1.0.3, I need to make the cheese save that Disco pointed out. Actually, it was a Disco and Dallas collaboration on stage 3 where we've got the boxes that grab it. So we're in the current development version of Mouse's Cheese Maze now, and there are 2 boxes here and here that catch the block as it slides in. These can be deleted, and a ring can be put there instead. I think I might do that. Before I close out the stream for today. I'm just looking for the post in the Dev Days thread. Okay, so delete both the tiny red boxes and replace them with a single fancy object hoop. The original suggestion here was provided by Disco, and then Dallas refined it even further, and Disco even very kindly provided the coordinates and values, you know, the size values. The ring hack is big game, big gamer brain. Thank you, JD. Just managed to find it as the chat caught up. So let me bring up the image of coordinates and the size that I need. 42, 5, 6.0, 0.00, minus 5.60, 5.42, 5, 6, 60, 000, minus 560. Not movable. Everything else as is. Nice, okay. Perfect. Alright, let's give this a little playtest. No, I don't, Voxy. I mean, I did this time, but I don't normally type the zeros. It was because I was copying. Look. I'm not here to be bullied about my incredible abilities. I'm not going to skip here just in case it causes unexpected bugs. Play it legit. Hey. Foxy follows up by saying, I'm just making an observation. Who knows, maybe I was observing how rigorous you are. Gruffno, thank you very much for your comment. I'll take that as a positive. Sweet. I mean, that worked perfectly. That is such a big brain gamer save. Look at this. Look at the node on count on what is currently 1.0.3. 504. We never had it that low during dev days. Everyone in the dev days thread who has been shaving node on since the first release of this, you're all incredible. I won't be adding poison cheese back, Dallas. I do have a couple of plans. Yeah, we have node-ons for days. I do have a couple of plans for things to adjust, but definitely not today. Ooh, Voxy, yeah, I wonder. Do you have like a short list of styles that you want to go for? Or are you... Yeah, we just did the fancy object hoop, Dallas. I was saying how great a collab it was between you and Disco. Disco spotted the 2 blocks, and then you came along and upped the ante even more by having it as a fancy object hoop. So smart. I'm gonna remove these so I don't get confused. Put right protect back on this. And get rid of this one. Alright, we're close to the end of this Takeshi's Castle episode, so let's maybe stay on for another 10 minutes or so. But I'm pleased that I got done the things that I was hoping to get done today, and I'm really glad that a great number of people came out to have a chill little stream. MCM Prologue was the creation I made for the Dojam 2. Just a little intro to Mouse's Cheese Maze. You know what I'm gonna do in the last 10 minutes? I'm gonna do a little search for... I'm gonna do a little search for the quote-unquote non-existent secret in Archer's Dojam creation. It's in archive now, isn't it? I'm gonna go secret hunting, yeah, in the last 10 minutes. No spoilers. I mean, even if... Joke's on you, because even if this is not a real Easter egg, I'm gonna have fun playing the game again. Looking to find the code. There it is. Yeah, I won't look in the code. No. That wouldn't be fun. We'll do some boundary breaking if we need to. I guess this episode is actually finished already. Maybe there's just some 5 minutes of ads at the end or something. Hey Chalupa, we're just wrapping up. You not feeling great today? Okay. So, let's think. We've got dash, we've got drag. We don't have a jump, so if we're gonna get on top of something, if that was the secret, we would maybe have to do it with the blocks. Oh yeah, Chalupa, I remember you saying that you'd had a sore throat. Hope it clears up soon. Isn't Benadryl that one actor? Yeah, Benadryl Cumberbatch. I think I'm gonna need to get on top of a block, potentially. Whose game was it that we were playing that managed to get the cheese to roll? Was that Zert's game? So the first Easter egg that Arch revealed to us was accessible after all the cheese had been collected, right? So maybe we'll need all the cheese first. Maybe this one's accessible anytime. I do feel like I need to get on top of something. I think if there's like a 2-block wide space. So here's the other Easter egg. You don't need all the cheese. Yeah, the music in this level is great. Oh yeah, Chalupa, were you here when we saw Drippy for the first time? Renz, we got Voxy. Ready to kill this Pogi? Oh, you don't need to answer this if it's too much of a hint. But do I need the blocks? My intuition says I need the blocks, but I don't know. Everyone's saying, what was that ad? I didn't see it. So it can't be in that room because you don't need all the cheese. There a bit of the geometry that's non-solid. Oh yeah, you can pull it much quicker if you do that. That's interesting, Chalupa. Yeah, it doesn't have anything to do with the first secret room. Oh! That message may have given a little bit more away than at first glance. Hang on, let me go full switch here. So it's another secret room. If this secret even exists, this could be an elaborate distraction. Oh, hang on. Could you theoretically get onto these blocks? Supposedly there's another secret, but Arch did say it was a non-existent secret, so take that with a pinch of salt. Here's my thoughts. We probably need blocks, and there's probably some combination of moving the blocks where we might be able to get on top of like one of these and travel somewhere out of bounds. Arch says, I won't say if it's a room or not. You did say first secret room earlier though. Oops, I almost went into the... There's no way of moving these blocks and accessing them from that height, is there? Also, if anyone finds it at home, don't spoil it. I mean, I may never be able to find it, but oh, hey folks. I searched for a secret and all I got was this lousy sentence. It would be very appropriate. I'm going to reset because we don't need that secret room to be opened. But we can see the secret room texture, so if it was another secret room, that would be something to look out for, I suppose. Hey Ginger, we're doing a little bit of secret hunting for a secret that may or may not exist. Don't plug the TV while I'm gaming. That was very rude of me. What happens if I do this? Get stuck. Okay. I didn't think that was to do with the secret, but I was just interested to know. That's the good outcome. Did the texture thing work? Not really, Jinjo. Oh, your texture thing, yes. Yeah, it did. I didn't love the effect, but it worked exactly as you said. So I think if I was to work on that, I would spend a bit more time. What happens if you climb on a cube and try and pull it? That would be the way to get those blocks to move from above, wouldn't it, if that was the case? Not it, but you're on the right track. Interesting. You cannot pull a block you are stood on, it seems. Can I launch myself by moving while pulling? No, but I can make the block slide very fast. I know the instructions explicitly say don't move while pulling the block, but we're breaking the rules here. Look at that pipe. What if it was the pipe that delivers the cheese? Maybe you arrange the blocks so you can climb on them. Oh, hang on. Oh, you can't push the block up here. Okay. Oops. Did I break that block? Oh no, I think I wedged it. It won't allow me to pull it now. I 100% think, like, I'm willing to say, if we find the secret today, it's going to be something to do with the blocks, and it's going to be to do something with this second floor, second level. Ratty's wedge maze. Dallas says, I like that one game where Ratty's ability is to inhale, I think Dallas meant. The exact opposite of Mousie's. Yes, I really like that. I kind of see Ratty's ability here as that too. Ratty pulls the blocks around. Maybe speedrunning might reveal the secret. Well, okay, in that case. That's not the speedrun strat, is it? Oh! Is it over here? No. But you said we don't need all the cheese, right? So do we need to get to this area quickly? That's the biggest clue we've gotten so far, I think. That's absolutely not how that goes either. Hey Jer, how you doing? Good morning to you. How was the start of your week? The geometry doesn't look like it could separate here. There's no small blocks. So we don't need all the cheese. It might be to do with speedrunning, and it might be a room. The blocks are sure slippy, huh? What is this? They are slippy, that is correct. Maybe they need something grippy? Like the grippy bits over here? They sure are slippy. I've tried pushing a block while standing on it, Dallas. It doesn't work, sadly. Can I get it into this grippy area? No, can't go into this grippy area. Drippy's brothers, Grippy and Slippy. Them together into something? Slippy blocks. So I think there must be an invisible block that prevents them from going into the grippy areas entirely. think they collide with an invisible block. Or it could just be that slight lip that they have. Yeah, agreed, Jet. It's a really fantastic level. What if we squidge Ratty into this corner here? Hey, D-Bebs. Sure are Slippy. That's the most... That is the clue that is... Definitely feels like the most valuable clue. But also the most perplexing. Not to do with grippy floor. Okay. Something about them being slippy. It could be a room, but it may not be. Arch is not willing to say. Could be to do with speed running. So the slippy blocks could be used to go fast. Maiden says, what if the secret Easter egg was the friends we made along the way? Honestly, that's basically the first Easter egg. That is the friends we made along the way Easter egg. Have the block slide into something and you beat the block there. That's a good... That's a good shout. Yeah, Scrubs, we're looking for the second secret at the moment before we close out the stream. Yeah, having the block slide into something or somewhere. Okay, alright. Is it something that displays only when the gates are closed? So you need to slide it in place so that you can make it through the gate, but then have the gate close to reveal a texture or something. Also, look at the inside of those gates. They look so good. Hey, Dark, how you doing? Okay, watch this, folks. It's gonna be something like this. It's gonna be something like this. Oh, I see an Excite Dom from Arch, so maybe we're on the right tracks. Oh, I'm super squished. Okay, I think we're onto something. I think we're onto something. I need to remember I can dash. This is fun. This is a fun little quest. Scrubs, I do think I have a bit of an excuse for soft locking myself this time, because I am playing the game in an unintended way. Yo. No! That was too cursed. That was legitimately scary. Yes. How did the whole world go so dark as it happened? That is so good. This is the anti-piracy screen, yes. You wouldn't download a mouse. Christian just says, imagine doing that by accident. I would uninstall GBG. It's a tough one. It's a tough one to pull off. I'm sure there's a more consistent way of doing it. Aye. It's intended to be a thing you discover by accident. I'm glad that you gave us the clues to get there. I'm sure it would be possible given enough runs. One more time. You've got to do it. The timing before the heartbeat comes in. That is so good. What a nice way to end today's stream. Pushing the block is easier. Pushing it is easier. How would you squeeze past it then? I must be thinking of it backwards. Scrub says, when Arch mentioned that this secret earlier, I thought it was a joke. Well, I did too, Scrubs. I kind of went into this not knowing whether this was an elaborate troll, but I had a hunch that, I mean, Arch wouldn't make us explore for one that was completely non-existent. Chalupa says this canonically means there's an ending where Mousy doesn't make it through the geothermal plant because Ratty got trapped. That's a good point. Jet asks, wow, will there be a Ratty cheese puzzle too? I suppose only time will tell. Suppose that's kind of the implication with the name, but have to wait and see. Alright everyone, thank you very much for joining me for this very, very, very impromptu, what would we even call it? Tracing and watching together stream. I will see you soon. I've got a couple of videos planned for this week. One should be out very soon. Gamemations, great to see you. Sorry that you joined right as we're saying goodbye. It's always great to see you in chat. Thanks everyone for hanging out. Segmented low percent coming soon. I can't wait to see it, Scrubs. Let's watch plus let's get DMCA'd. Exactly. Yeah. See you everyone. Have a great rest of the day. Have a great rest of the week if I don't see you before then. But we'll have... Oh, the stream codes channel, excuse me, will be open tomorrow. So if you've got creations you'd like to send, keep an eye out tomorrow for that to open up. I will see you all very soon. Bye-bye.